First of all, I would like to thanks to the organizer, especially Dr. Mahajan sir and Arvind sir, who is chairing this session. I am a Dr. Dalpat Meena, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, University of Rajasthan, Jaipur. My topic of today presentation is application of radioisotopic neutron source based prompt gamma neutron activation analysis techniques. It is basically elemental analysis techniques. So what will be the outlines of my talk is introduction, motivation and objective of the works, optimization of the geometrical arrangement of the PGNNA setup, measurement of the neutron flux of the americium beryllium source, deduction and quantification of the elements, and in the last results and discussion. So what is the reason behind the using of these techniques and different techniques which is identify the elements and reduction of the elements? Because we are living in a 21st century and there are so many industrialization and urbanization and agricultural development have been done. So there are left some adverse effect in our food materials and water also. So it is decrease our quality of the food and water. So due to the industrial effluent, sewerage, agricultural discharge and radioactive waste, indirectly it goes to in the our food materials. So industrial discharges contains toxic heavy metals such as sodium, manganese, nickel, copper, chromium, cadmium, lead, etc. So due to these elements, they reach in our body due to our food chain, they will create some problems and some disease also, cancer, liver damage, kidney damage and neurological disorder, mutagenic, carcinogenic, etc. are create the problem in human being. So it is very important to identify the elements and reduction the elements. There are some standards for a particular elements. It is given by the European Union in especially drinking water. There are some permissible limits of the particular elements in water. There are given here. So if in our food materials or in drinking water it is the more than this permissible limit, then it is dangerous for our health. So there are so many ways to reach these elements in our body through the food chain and different way of. So now I want to go on my techniques which is known as a prompt gamma neutron activation analysis, because there are so many techniques are available for the deduction and quantification of the elements like XRF, EDXRF, XRD, PIXA and some other techniques are available. So what is the merit of these techniques from these given techniques I will show here, because neutron activation analysis is a qualitative and quantitative multi-elemental analysis for major, minor, even trace components, and it can important thing is that it can identify the all elements from the periodic table from hydrogen to the uranium. So it is a very important thing that through this technique we can identify the all elements which is existing in our periodic table. So what is the basic process of prompt gamma neutron activation analysis? The basic requirement of this technique is that one neutron source will be required, and sample will be definitely present here, and some other component which is very important for a gamma detection. There will be some sophisticated detector should be need. So when thermal neutron especially in prompt gamma neutron activation analysis we used thermal neutron. When thermal neutron will interact with the target which will be the sample, and it will be interact and it will be formed the compound nucleus, and within 10 raised to power minus 8 second it will be de-excite and it will be the emit a gamma which is known as a prompt gamma. So if special thing is here, we need to identify, we need to detect this gamma radiation, because it is the characteristic gamma radiation for each elements. If you identify this gamma radiation and you detect this gamma radiation through the detector, it means you identify the particular element. After that, the compound nucleus will be go to the in other mode. It will be alpha decay and beta decay, and after that it will be also emit the delayed gamma. It is other area of the research which is known as DG and NA. So basic component is we require the thermal neutron sample and requirement of the particular sophisticated detection system. Then after our work is done. So what is the merit of this technique is, it is the rapid, very fast, and it is a non-destructive, because we can use the sample some other purpose. In situ we can go the site and we can do the experiment, and it is the online. It is give the within 1 minute it give the results that online. It is a multi-elemental techniques and it is a portable. We can there are no requirement of the any sample preparation, and it is that technique is sensitive for all the periodic table elements. So directly I want to go, because there are requirement of the neutron source. So there are three type of the neutron source: reactors and neutron generator and isotopic neutron source like americium beryllium. So we have the americium beryllium source in our laboratory, because reactor and neutron generator is very expensive, so we cannot take this. So our limitations in our laboratory, we have the isotopic neutron source, and we required it have the neutron yield around 10⁻⁶ neutron per second per Curie. So we take this americium beryllium source, and we will find this spectrum as you have seen here. It is the neutron source spectrum from the thermal to fast, from thermal energy to the 11 mega electron volt neutron can be possible through this, but because we required the thermal neutron. So in the last I want to go, we can find first of all neutron flux through the gold foil activation method, and it is the variation of the neutron flux in vertical position of the setup. So it is the setup of the prompt gamma neutron activation analysis. Here there is a americium beryllium source, and we will be shielded properly through the paraffin and lead, some concrete outside the is this box, and upper side of this box is lead bricks are put, and after that we are putting here a sample in aqueous form. We have 5 liter a bucket, and we put the sample inside this container, and it is dissolved. And after that, when because neutron source have the all range of the neutron, so we thermalize. First of all, we thermalize it through the hydrogenous medium. So we use here a sample in aqueous form, so that because water have the hydrogenous medium, so hydrogen will change the fast neutron in the thermal neutron, and thermal neutron finally interact with the elements which we have want to detect and want to quantify. So here from the americium beryllium we find the neutron. It will be thermalized in the water, and because sample is inside the water in the aqueous form, so when neutron will be thermalized, then it will be interact with the material, and it will be the emit the prompt gamma radiation, and through this detector system, because especially we use the high purity germanium detector, and the prompt gamma radiation will be entered in this area. Through this detector we can identify, and what will be the spectrum of this. For example, if you dissolve NaCl in aqueous solution, then we find the prompt gamma at a particular point. For example, we have 6110 keV prompt gamma radiation. So we increase the concentration of the NaCl, then gradually it is linearly increase our prompt gamma peak it is the Gaussian shape, and it is the concentration versus gamma ray count rate through the particular gamma ray peak, and it is shows the linearity with the concentration. And same experiment we can do for identification of the boron. We dissolve the boric acid in the deionized water, and then we find out the a prompt gamma peak for a boron at 478 keV, so that we can identify the prompt gamma through the spectrum. And for different elements, cadmium, there are different prompt gamma will be present. For mercury, it will be the present. For titanium, so many elements can be there in a deionized water. We can dissolve and we can irradiate through the thermal neutron, and it will be emit the prompt gamma, and prompt gamma will be the area of the prompt gamma will be counted through this how we will quantify the elements. So by the use the Gaussian approximation method, we are taking the 3 sigma standard deviation. We take the area of the
sir, we have out of time.
Okay. In the final, we use the particular formula for minimum detection concentration. This is the basic formula of the we put only the area of the prompt gamma peak, and we find out the minimum detection limit of the different elements through this formula. Finally, I will go to the last slide. These are the different elements minimum detection limit. It is the present work results. So some results are better from other work, and some are more required some experiment to optimize the neutron source. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Dalpat Meena, for your presentation. It was really nice. Have you have you published this paper in the journal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is quite it gives some impact on society also.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, your research is really useful for society.